Hello, everybody. Welcome back to WWTF. We want to try to get to MikeC.
Very well.
Hey, this is just a shout out to, last week, Stan Lee passed away. The father of Marvel. He basically did a whole lot of stuff for the comic book history. I mean, well, the comic book as a whole. He started something for people to escape to, and just another world to, to live in, and just people going through different things in life. He always related to the comic book world, and he talked about as far as justices like civil rights movement and just different things that was going on. He was really in touch of what was going on in the world, and he actually showed that in the comics. So this is basically an episode dedicated to Stan Lee.
Well, every life that's lost is a tragedy to somebody, and this one actually hit the gamer community pretty hard, and it's he did a lot of good work, man. And, I'm not really big on the comic book scene because I don't really know about a lot of the characters. I do know about Spider-Man, Superman, just the basics. And the thing that I liked about Stan Lee is, he was up in age and he was in every he played a cameo in every Marvel movie that has been made. Yeah. So his vision, I just wonder, are they going to keep his vision still alive the way that he saw fit for these characters to interact? Hopefully it doesn't become like a Steve Jobs type thing where it's taken in a different direction, because when Steve Jobs died, man, Apple, to me, just tanked. They brought out a lot of products, was just similar, and just changed the number on it. And with Stan Lee, he's the godfather of comic books and superheroes. And I think they merged with DC and did some things with them. Yeah. And, he was just totally awesome. And to be that up in age and he still have current roles in, these superhero movies that's coming out. I think it was, totally awesome, man.
And you know what, Stan Lee really did love his fans, because how he would say about it all the time, how people come up to him and say, thank you, as far as, giving this gift to us, as far as your stories and everything, that, people are not fortunate enough to go to movies or something like that, they can read their book and escape. You know what I'm saying? So he opened up the door for a lot of things, and just a lot of people just to have a sense of entertainment and a sense of, being, as far as with his stories and everything that he shared upon the world. So it was a blessing for us to have, as far as, just a nice light in the world, you know what I'm saying? So kudos to Stan, regrets for his family and lost loved ones and everything like that. So, man, Stan the Man Lee. Awesome dude.
The way that Stan Lee, I like the way how he made his superheroes be normal.
Yeah.
Like Iron Man, you know what I'm saying? He was a superhero, but he had a heart condition.
Yeah.
So, he just brought fantasy and reality together. He made it a perfect mix. And the one thing that I really like about Stan Lee, how he got that Black Panther movie out there. Yeah. Because growing up as a kid, in the early 70s, 60s, 50s, 80s and stuff like that, and I know I'm all over the place with that, but it was you didn't see people that looked like us as superheroes. Right. You saw us as more villains and criminals. And with Black Panther, he just made a whole movement, man. He brought that Black Panther movie, brought black communities together like you wouldn't believe. Like they were believing in this fantasy place that Wakanda that doesn't exist.
They said, I'm going to Wakanda.
And it was a powerful movie, and the reason why I like that movie so much is it shows that we can be superheroes too. We could be a Superman. We could be a Batman. We could be not an Aquaman because he sucks. But we can be all these type of superheroes. Not just white America. You got Black America in there, and I think Cyborg, that's DC. But I mean, I just appreciate what he did and how he brought that movie out to forefront to make black people stand up and say, hey. I mean, although it's a fantasy world, but you see yourself as another character other than a villain. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Right. You get little kids got a little bit more pride growing up now because they see, okay, Superman white and this person white. Not that I have anything against white America because I don't, but when you see so many movies that depict African Americans as lowlifes and villains and all this other stuff, but then you have a movie that majority of the whole entire cast is African American, and you show, hey, we can do the things that this guy can do here. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing, and a, you know, that's just like Barack Obama becoming the second black president. You know, and Bill Clinton wasn't the first one. So you need to watch the episodes to find out who the first black president was.
That's right.
We get so many hits on that episode.
Yes, we do. It's awesome. Thank you guys for watching the show. But the last thing, and what you touched on how Stanley made people human, he did really humanize his characters. All his characters had, you know, with superpowers, they still had faults. You know what I'm saying? They weren't perfect across the board. They basically still had to go with real life situations, which is like totally awesome, you know, as far as with that. So that's all I got to say, man. He will be missed, but his legacy continues on, and he's forever in media as far as with these movies and everything like that, and the gift that he left us with his comic books and these stories. So
I'm just curious to see how they're gonna put him in how he's gonna make a cameo appearance in these next upcoming Marvel movies.
So he's in the next 3. He already shot for Avengers and Captain Marvel and Spider-Man. So he's going to be up in there. Don't know where exactly, but he did shot cameos for those. So there you go. Anything else for it?
That's about it.
All right, so like always, you guys can hit us up at thagamersshow@gmail.com. That's Game Show with an A. Don't forget to head over to the Facebook store page to find low prices. Don't forget to hit us up on vTime. Don't forget to subscribe to become a Gamers Club member.
And please remember to like, subscribe, and follow all our social media networks. Join our CMOS community and our website community where you can get some free stuff. And we'll see you next time with WWTF, The Gaming Show.
See you next time for watching. Thanks for tuning in.